we go. The reason Jethro loved the water so much was because he was Sirian, an amphibious race from the planet Namo. A lumpy rock-shaped head provided a surface for his shaggy blonde hair. His two antennas shot straight up out of his head, capped with little pink balls of skin. He was a typical-looking Sirian, with his big pancake-like eyes that sat like two mounds upon his face, and he felt quite comfortable knowing that Sirians were considered to be some of the most attractive aliens in the known universe. He admired himself in the corridor mirrors as he and his friend walked through the bus corridors on their way to the water park. Now, you're probably wondering what the intergalactic tour bus looked like. Okay, now, this thing, it was nothing short of amazing. Only the biggest stars could afford the best tour vehicles, and Osborne Sirius definitely traveled in style. On the outside, it was sleek and shaped like a bullet with one giant propulsion unit attached to its back end. It was dark green, but if seen in the proper starlight, it could appear to change colors. Its bullet-like shape was partially responsible for the speeds at which it could travel. It was the fastest of its kind. It needed to be, in order for the band to make it to its shows on time. Inside, it consisted of 4 separate floors. The top floor contained the main cockpit, where the pilot and crew controlled and operated the ship. At the back of the ship resided the engine and propulsion unit. Service workers pretty much lived in this area, desperately trying to look busy all the time due to the fact that, the engine, although quite complicated, pretty much ran automatically with little need for service other than that provided by the ship's central computer. The next level down contained the living quarters of the band, their families, and the crew. Of course, the band enjoyed much more grandiose quarters than the crew, which made sense, for, the musicians only worked about 4 hours a day. 2 hours for rehearsal and, 2 hours for performing. Their argument for enjoying nicer digs was that, they spend much more time in their quarters than their 14-hour-a-day working shipmates. Now, the crew, of course, argued that if they were paid more, they'd be living in quarters fit for kings too. Jethro and the other kids, who spent much of their free time exploring the ship, often eavesdropped on the conversations of disgruntled crew members. Jethro Sirius experiment now. It's the Jethro Sirius experiment now.